The Cash Money Millionaires 30-year reunion tour is a full mess.
Hi y'all. I know it's not normal that y'all see me really talking, but right now I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm Turk's wife, but I'm also his manager. And I feel it's only right and it's our responsibility to let y'all know what's going on. As you all know, there has been a tour going on with the Cash Money Millionaires 30th anniversary tour, which Turk has been on. A tour that was supposed to have 10 dates, that was supposed to actually end in June, but only 2 dates have actually played for this tour. We received a request from Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency, and I also was in conversation with a representative or one of the owners of Dope Shows, the promoters who are promoting the Cash Money Millionaires 30th anniversary tour. Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency is the agent for these said tours, these dates. We received notice yesterday while we were in Nashville on one of the Cash Money 30th anniversary tour dates, where the promoter is Mario Mitchell for this single particular tour. While in Nashville, not only was Turk, and from my knowledge, no other artist was paid, so the Nashville show did not play. The agent, Andrew Ellington, did not pay any of the artists for this particular show. Well, they didn't receive their back ends. So Nashville show did not play, which was yesterday. Yesterday, we also received a message pertaining to the Dope shows, which are Cleveland, which is to play tonight, Chicago, which is to play Sunday, and Detroit, which is to play Thursday, the 31st. So while my artist is en route, is ready and willing to perform all of these shows, we received an email from Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency saying
4 o'clock this morning.
No, not we haven't gotten to that part yet. I got an email from Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency, basically saying, and to our knowledge, with him being our agent, the funds were secured. Okay.
And the escrow.
We got a message. I got an email saying that, and this is not verbatim, but I do have copies of any emails or messages for verification, stating that in so many words, Dope Shows does not have enough money to pay the artists and wants Turk to accept a minor, very minor portion of his back ends for these next 3 shows.
Why Turk ain't on the tour no more? Nigga acting like a turkey. Hey, man, listen, man, I don't even be doing all the internet rah. You heard me, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't even about to eat much be addressing all that like that. You heard me, you know what I'm saying?
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership, gang. Listen, I tried, gang. I tried to do as much digging and as much recon as I could to figure out what's going on with this Cash Money Records tour. It's a full disaster, just like the record label itself, just like what you would expect from a Birdman. What did he say? He was willing to spend $100 million to bring this tour to you. So exactly what you think it was is exactly what it is. A full, complete mess. I'm going around the Mulberry Bush. I'm digging into videos and Turk and his wife Erica and BG and Juvenile, Mannie Fresh. It's a full mess, gang. Shows are canceled all over the place. I think out of the 10 shows it was supposed to be, they did 2 tops, something like that. North Carolina got canceled, and Cleveland, and it's just a full mess. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know. But I'm always advocating for our elder statesmen to get the respect they deserve. I'm always telling you, go out and support these albums. Go out and show love to these artists when they're in your city. But man, they messing this thing up so bad that the damn artists ain't even getting along. It sound like Turk and BG got beef going on, and they try to make Turk take lesser money, and then they accuse him of being a security risk, gang. Birdman is somewhere off in the back, like daggone Senator Palpatine. He's in the back. He's the villain in Star Wars, gang. I don't know what's going on. Like, they're not really clear. I go on old posts of the shows being promoted. Very little comments, very little motion. It's like nobody has like a lot of pictures of right or wrong. They have nothing. I can't find much content about this. I don't know who went to the shows. I'm sure there's somebody out there that got pictures, and I saw a video of them backstage at one of the shows. Gang, it's a full mess. That thing from day one was never getting off the ground. I don't know. Lil Wayne ain't even on. They like, due to circumstances, he's not on most dates. He won't be there. It's just, it's a crazy thing. Like, why would you expect him to be there? But apparently they expected him, and then he didn't. So I don't know, gang. But I want to get into this, and I'm just going to lay all the information out there and let you decide. We could decide together and figure out why this thing is such a bad idea. Like I said, man, I try to support the older statesmen. I try to encourage you guys, along with myself, to listen to this music, old and new, and keep these guys that's a part of our history. These guys legendary. They're historic, gang. Like, these are icons in this space, and they're old enough to realize, let's just go get the bag, gang. Like, I know, like, older acts like Hall and Oates and this and that, and Kiss, and these guys, they still tour, even though they get upset, they get mad after a while. They can't be in the same room. Like, a lot of these bands, they'll be related and can't be in the same room. But at some point, they rejoin together. Like, EPMD came back together, and you do your shit for you do your job and get it done. At some point, you're old enough to be in the same room, and even though you have friction on the internet or whatever, you're old enough to come in, stand up there, do your song, accept what the payment is going to be. But it's saying, even though they're saying this guy tried to cut his payment, they tried to cut his payment the night of the show. Like, but it sounds like it's just too much, too messy. And Cash Money Records, let's just be honest, from day one, Cash Money been messy. Back in the day when Cash Money got that $30 million record deal years ago, 30 years ago, right? They had it. Wendy Day, who is the salute to Wendy Day. She is very, very respected as the head of Rap Coalition. They were a non-profit organization that helped rappers secure, such as Birdman and whoever else is under Birdman, and I can't remember the other guy's name right off the top of my head right now, but she helped them secure their $30 million deal, which they never paid her $1 for. She used to help you secure it and then hope on the end you would look out for her and give her, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, my fee is whatever, So she helped Birdman secure it, and Birdman was like, he gave her his ass to kiss. He was like, yeah, I'm good on that. And from that day forward, Birdman struggled, not even say, people struggle to get paid from Birdman. Birdman's like, my money better in my pocket than in yours. So Birdman is notorious from, this is 30 years of Birdman not paying. Wayne had to sue him. Almost every producer that has ever done a beat has complained of not getting paid. Mannie Fresh left because he wasn't getting paid. BG went to prison and had a whole thing in there, back and forth about what's being done and not being done for him. Juvenile left, and the fact that they even have these people to come back on this tour is amazing, because for years these guys couldn't even be in the same room together. Like, these guys really had an issue, and it was always about money, and it was always about misunderstandings and beef. And I don't know how Birdman does it, but every couple of years he gets these guys to play nice and they're okay, and somehow they start working back, even though you can go back to beef DVDs and things of that nature where they was like, I'll never work with this man again. And for some reason, Birdman just got a nice, I don't know, for lack of a better word, he just got a nice stroke, gang. He knows how to stroke these guys' ego. He just rubbed the back of their head or something. Like, if you get close to you, don't let him touch you, gang, because he gonna be like, yeah, you gonna be like, yes, Bird. Like listen, gang, I don't know what's going on, but when he touched these guys, they back in, they making music, Maybe he throw him some upfront bag, and then they back in, and then they want to work with him again. But For some reason, Birdman still, he plays with these guys' money. Like we got other people dissing Birdman for these guys, right? Like Rick Ross dissed Birdman for Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne went back to him even after Lil Wayne allegedly had his tour bus shot up by Birdman's at Birdman's behest, right? Remember, Young Thug allegedly was instructed someone to shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus, allegedly, because he was at odds with Lil Wayne over the Birdman friction, right? And he secretly wanted Lil Wayne's spot. He wanted to be Lil Wayne. He was everything was like, whatever Wayne does, I can do better. Remember, he named his album The Card. All this, he just was doing a lot of 400, 500 degree, whatever he named this shit. He bit it from Lil Wayne, right? So it was like everything that was going on was under this messy banner of Birdman Nonsense. And here we are. I don't know how they thought they were going to do a 10-city tour without no mess. So here we are again, the man that don't want to pay, right? The bird that flies away. Birdman tries to do a 10-city tour. This thing blew up before Turk even got kicked off, right? It was already a full mess, but now here we are. I'm gonna read this article because when I first went into this, I thought it was, okay, Cash Money just playing funny money games again. No, this is like, not only is Cash Money and Birdman playing funny money games, the agents now that's paying the people on the tour playing funny money games, and the artists is back and forth. They not getting along, and Birdman is just doing he's doing his Geppetto strings and pupperizing it from the darkness, right? I think Birdman is probably taking these upfront payments and keeping them, right? I'm not like, it's just like Birdman is the ultimate hustler, but it's not a good hustle. It's like, okay, some dudes that get out here, they gonna grind. Birdman hustle is bad. It's bad. It's bad for everybody involved. Everybody who get in the damn hustle, whatever the three-car molly he's doing, you're gonna lose. Like you could be his accomplice in the crime, and at some point he's gone, and you're standing there like, yo, what the hell? It seemed like all these guys are going to get burnt. It seemed like payments ain't going out. The agents ain't paying, and they're making excuses to not pay. Let me read this article, man, and see if we can get to the bottom of this. I don't think we're going to get nowhere, but let's talk about it, man. Turk announces plans to file a lawsuit. This Birdman eat these lawsuits, gang. He put these lawsuits in a bowl like in the morning and just pour milk on them. These things mean nothing to him. This dude been getting lawsuits for 20 years. I don't know if he's ever paid one. I don't even know if he paid Lil Wayne back. Remember Wayne went to court and all this and that and da-da-da. I don't know. All of a sudden, it just went silent and they was cool again. But I don't know if he paid this guy. You think Birdman gave this man $20 million? I don't think so. Whatever it was, I don't think he gave to him, but whatever. Probably gave him a meal and was like, listen, you can get more money with me, Lil Weezy. You know you my son. Let me keep this moving. Turk plans to file a lawsuit after he was wrongly deemed a security risk after refusing to take less money. Hot Boy member Turk is taking legal action after being unexpectedly dropped from the Cash Money Records 30th anniversary tour. The New Orleans rapper Tab Virgil Jr. was accused of being a security risk despite performing alongside his former label mates in a celebration of the storied label's 3-decade legacy on several occasions. So he's already performed with them several times. He has no beef with this guy to speak of. It's little stuff he might say here and there, da-da-da. But he ain't gonna fight the guy. He ain't gonna hit him because he already performed with him several times. I don't know, man. Let me keep this moving because it seemed like that's an excuse to kick him off the tour. They ain't got his money. The tour not making no money. That's why they keep canceling dates. They needed Lil Wayne for this. They needed him for this, gang. They probably booking the venues that's too big, tickets too high, and they not making the money they thought they was gonna make. This lineup is okay. Like, let's just be honest. So Birdman, Mannie Fresh, BG, Juvenile, and Turk. That's the lineup. Then the support was, I believe it was Styles P, Freeway, maybe Beanie Sigels, and I think it was somebody else as a support. I don't have that information, but it was like a whole bunch of like East Coast. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even fit the bill. It's like, well, why is Styles P on the show? Why is Styles P on the Cash Money tour? Like, it don't make no. They're not even the same. That's not even. Why is Freeway on there? Like, I know they got records, but they're not the same brand. That's not. You know what I mean? Like, I could see if it was like a hip hop tour, but you're saying Cash Money tour. I'm sure there's more artists on Cash Money that could be on that tour, right? I don't know all the artists ins and outs, but I'm sure there's other artists that make more sense than Styles P, Freeway, and whoever else from Philly. Like, it don't make whoever else they got from State Property on the show. It just don't make no sense to me. But let me keep this moving. Turk has now broken his silence, alleging that he was booted from the tour under false pretenses after refusing to accept less money for his remaining appearances on the tour. On Sunday, July 27th, Turk addressed the controversy in an Instagram post, announcing that his legal team had already taken formal action. Quote, "My legal team has officially filed a cease and desist against Andrew Ellington, dope shows, and all parties involved in the recent false narratives and drama surrounding Hot Boy Turk. We would not tolerate slander, defamation, or any attempts to change or damage to my brand, name, or business relationships. That this is being handled the right way through legal channels. I stand on truth, business, and legacy. Anything else is a distraction." I kind of, let me just be honest. I kind of believe him. Now, I know a lot of you guys had issues with why is his wife talking? Why is she talking and he just sitting there like he about to cry? That's his manager, gang, and I guess they decided that it would be better just to have one voice in the room and let it be the voice of authority in the house. So I guess Erica, salute to Erica, strong black woman standing up there for her man. But a lot of you guys had issues like, why are you letting her talk so much? Why he ain't doing his own talking? Maybe he don't feel comfortable talking. Maybe he feels like the situation is delicate and he may feel like I'm going to come off a certain way that I don't want to come off. And I also, this is my manager, my wife/manager. So I'm going to let her stand up and take the lead because she got access to the emails and she has the correspondence. So I'm going to let her do the talking. But I know a lot of you didn't, a lot of you guys didn't like that. It kind of turned you off to the whole thing, kind of made you sour. So you kind of like dismissed Turk and you dismissed her because she was doing all the talking. And I get it. It's a stressful situation. So she was like, she kind of went a little long. All right. But she wanted to be thorough and give you guys all the information. Let me keep this moving, man, because basically I feel like they're telling the truth, but it's just odd to see a rapper sitting there for 9 minutes saying next to nothing while his wife just explains to you everything that he's supposed to be telling you. I get it. You guys were all, it was kind of off-putting to you. I understand. Let me continue. The same day after I refused to take less money than what the agency and promoters of Cash Money 30th anniversary tour owed me, he explained in a YouTube video with his wife, Erica, instead of saying they didn't have enough money to pay me, I received a last-minute termination notice saying that I was a security risk. Turk's legal team calls the accusation defamatory and is demanding all parties involved cease any further spreading of what they deem are false narratives. We won't tolerate slander or false narratives that damage my name or business. The timing of the dispute is especially sensitive for Turk, whose new studio album, Joseph, dropped on Sunday, July 27th, the same day that he made his legal threat public. So what's happening is he's dropping an album, which he did his job. He's corresponding with the tour. And I know a lot of you, some of you know more than me about what Turk is. A lot of people in the comments, they're like, Turk, you talked yourself out of a bag. You did it to yourself. It's your own fault. So I don't know all the ins and outs of what Turk did and didn't do. All I'm saying is all I see here is a guy that was on the tour, ready to do his job, got kicked off the tour for reasons that are suspect, saying you're a security risk after you ask him to take less money. So if you ask him to take money and she got that in writing, you guys gonna lose because contracts are non-negotiable. You can't negotiate them after you lose the money. He could take less money and get up there and rap. A lot of you are saying, Turk, you fumbled the bag. You should have took the money. Now you da-da-da. And I get that, but that's what contracts are for, right? Let's just say this. Let's just say this. If them 10 shows, he was supposed to get 10 grand a show for 10 shows. My math don't always be mathing, gang. But I'm gonna do my best to say I believe that's 100 grand. So if you're locked in for 100 grand and they're telling you 2 or 3 shows done got canceled, the money ain't money in, right? And we need to give you, we already gave you the bottom. The bottom, if out of 100 grand, if they gave him 50, and now they're saying, well, we only gonna give you another 10, another 20, you're gonna walk away with 70 at best. But the next 5 shows you're gonna be doing, you're basically gonna be looking at, that's around 2 grand a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he looking at it like, nah, son, like, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, listen, I signed up. I did my part. You know what I mean? Y'all owe me another 50 racks. I'm not taking 10. I'm not taking 20. He looking at it like, you want me to get up there and do my dance and da-da-da? Well, I need the bread. His wife said, we're financially stable. We don't need to take no, you know what I'm saying? No monetary losses on this, right? No shorts. Like back in the streets, they say, I ain't taking no shorts, right? That's when the guy come for you. You saying, listen, I got a dime, but you want to give him $7. He's up to him to take it or not. So Turk said, I ain't taking 7. I need my whole 10. It is what it is, so it is what it is. I guess Birdman somewhere in the back, quietly just waiting to see how he can slip through the cracks on this one and just keep it moving. I'm sure they made a lot of money on the shows that did happen, but it looked like, listen, I Googled and I searched through AI, this and that and the third, and a lot of them shows never happened. And his wife is right. She said only 2 shows, so I can't find no other shows that has happened. So there ain't no 100 grand Turk. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Now Turk could have really, let's just be honest. Turk could have really just played it out. He got an album to drop. He could have just took the little bit, whatever the monetary, and I get it. Sometimes, gang, I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes wifey get in your ear and she be like, nah, we ain't doing that, da-da-da. So Turk fight an uphill battle, but he could have just, I know you guys will be in the comments, why would he take less, da-da-da? But he could have took the money, kept his name clean, like, I'm going to ride with the team. We'll talk about it later, right? Some dudes are like, don't put the business in the street. We'll talk about it later. But I guess his name was getting sullied. He's like, yo, they kicked me off the tour. Now they're going to be like, yo, we kicked him off. Da-da. And BG did say one monkey don't stop no show. And you know what I'm saying? He also said, what did he say? He was being a turkey, right? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of like taking little jabs. So I guess he's like, nah, so I'm going to go ahead and defend myself. But he could have took the little bit of money, whatever shows, got up on stage, yo, my album out, Joshua, check it out. He could have ran through the last 5 shows, or if they happen, right? Promoted his album, got some good footage, and then talked about it later. Like, yo, I never got paid. They jerked me down. He could have just used the publicity, because that's really all the show is for. You know what I'm saying? That 30th anniversary, that's just for you to get your publicity right now. That old music never gonna pop again, and you're never gonna get that money if they start streaming that stuff all over again. You're not getting that from Birdman. You know that. You could have just played along, got your bag, kept it moving. I'm gonna leave it at this, man. I think that Cash Money Records always gonna be a disaster. Everybody that on there gonna always have issues. They always gonna have problems with money, this, that, and the third, because it's historic. It's like they never paid poor Wendy Day back. Wendy Day had to start being like, listen, I need my money. Like, before I even sit down, she started changing the way she operated because of Birdman's funny bunny ways. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. CLBMG, get in the comments, let me know what you think, man. Every Wednesday night we go live on the What Show. Tap in. We had a great show last night, and you know what I'm saying, next week we'll be back. Also, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They got a whole bunch of great flavors over there. They ship all over the continental US. All right, every Monday night we got a new show called Underground Edge. We show underground videos. If you want to get on it, let me know. Tap in. I got the information. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6-man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,